Hello, Ollie and Mafe here from World Council Daily, here at the World Council 2022 Ignite Vision 2030. Mafe, I can't believe it. We're on day 3 of the conference.
Yes, day 3. I feel like days are super long, because it's summer here. So the sun come up like at 5 a.m. in the morning, and then the sunset is at 11:30 p.m. Can you believe it? It's just so long. But we have been like super fun here, having so much fun meeting new people and making connections and dreaming about the YMCA in the future. Can you believe that?
It's so cool, Mafe. I mean, there's an electric feel here in person. I'm sure there's an electric feel for our online delegation. It's people are learning more about the global movement, learning from each other, making friends, forming new connections. It's so cool. And the collab sessions actually started online yesterday, but the collab sessions start today here at the online conference.
Yes, actually we're having those right now.
Yeah.
So it's super cool that everyone is like putting in action Vision 2030.
It's absolutely unreal, Mafe. So excited to do the World Council Daily with you again today. And Mafe, what's that?
Oh.
Hello everybody and welcome back to World Council Daily. You're here with Mafe and Ollie. And Mafe, can you believe it? Day 3 of World Council already.
Yes, as I said before, this is so much fun. The 3 days were amazing, and we're so happy that you are here right now.
So happy you are here watching online, and so happy to have Ronald joining us online. Ronald, can you hear us?
Hi,
Ronald,
Ronald.
sorry, checking in there. Ronald, have you got us?
Hey, Ollie. Hi, Mafe.
Hey, Ronald. It's so good. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you? And more importantly, how is it going for the online delegates for World Council 2022?
Well, it's going great, and it's been amazing. From today, we had, the devotion was basically one of the most amazing things, and having the Danish choir singing and having everyone joining. But the collabs are going on as well with the 4 pillars, and people are just beginning to get a hang of it, and to see how these pillars can resonate back down to all our local YMCA, community YMCA, national YMCAs. And over this period from today, tomorrow, we'll be making sure that we structure and align all these pillars to fit our own local YMCAs to make sure that Vision 2030 is achieved. We can do it, and I'm very sure at the end of this World Council we'll have very amazing results.
That's amazing. Thank you, Ronald, for this. It seems like you guys are having so much fun and that you're looking to the future with these collab experiences. We want you to ask you, what is the favorite thing of the whole experience until now?
Well, it has been amazing. I would say the keynote from the beginning with Ban Ki-moon was amazing, and I personally love the devotions. I love the home band, and they've been singing amazing songs. But most importantly, seeing all the delegates, seeing everyone from all over the world in Aarhus coming together as one body, as one YMCA, it's quite just fulfilling. And this is something that we've enjoyed seeing online and enjoying our own experiences in the chat box, in the Q&A. We're making sure that nothing is left behind. Like I said, you are in our house, we are online, but it's basically one feeling and one YMCA.
Oh, Ronald, you couldn't have put it better if I'd asked. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for all that you're doing online, particularly for the online delegates. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Hopefully you'll join us again. But now let's just have a bit of a look at the day that was.
If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So for me, the answer is to know where we are all going and to travel there together. With Vision 2030, we are really in a position to do that.
I was last here at this stage, I was just so happy, and I recall Carlos and I seeing each other just after the elections had been announced, etc. And we both had sort of deer in the headlights look. Oh, talking to you. And we both looked at each other, and I said to him, "We better get working." And he said, "Yeah, we better." And on your behalf, we've been working hard ever since, honestly. I had told you that we had looked at each other and said, we have so much work to do. But I'll tell you, when we saw our team, we knew we could fly. This has just been a great group of executive committee members.
I have tried not to be the African Secretary General, but the Secretary General of the whole World YMCA.
I tell you, when I stood on the stage in 2018 and heard the applause at my election as the first female president, I really was so happy. It's been a long time coming, 174 years at the time. And so many, many good, strong female leaders in the YMCA came before. We stand on their shoulders and we're happy to be here. We must address equity everywhere. People in the room and online, this message is for you. You are our leaders, our focus and our reason for being. Keep holding our feet to the fire. We've heard you loud and clear. Nothing about us without us. Vision 2030 is for you. Let it be by you too. Thank you.
And now, from one president to another. For 2022-2026 is Soheila Hayek.
Your newly elected Deputy President is none other than Ronald Yam.
As Treasurer is Cici Roja from the United States.
Wow, what a powerful day of democracy at action at World Council 2022. Mafe, we are so lucky to have Samira joining us in the studio to tell us a bit about the elections. Samira, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Tell us about today, a big day for the elections.
Big day for the elections. So today we had the elections for the Executive Committee membership to the Executive Committee for the World Alliance of YMCAs. Our voting delegates voted in 11 elected members representing the various geographic areas. And I think the voting went very smoothly, and we're very glad and very proud to announce that our new membership is comprised of actually predominantly young people. So there will be 6 people under 30 on the executive committee membership out of the 11 members. And so I think that was really, really moving for me.
Wow.
It should be, of course. So, Sam, I want to ask you something. Like, how do you get involved in this committee?
Sure. So my Y story, I think, goes back a while. I grew up in the Y. I got involved in the Y when I was 9 years old, going to Y camp.
Oh, wow.
And ever since, I've sort of stayed around and been volunteering. I was even a Y camp counselor in Houston, where I'm originally from. And so as I've sort of moved around, gone away to school, gone away for work, I've stayed in touch with some of my former counselors and leaders in the Y, and they managed to put me in touch with YUSA when this opportunity came to fill the position for the US on the Elections Committee. And so happy to be here, and I'm glad to be serving in this way.
Sam, we're glad that you're here as well. Your story that started sort of back in the day that's led you here to this, particularly special moment, I guess. What does it mean to have an election that supports young people, that supports women, and I guess as an extension, intersectionality, more broadly for our movement?
Right. I think to me, it's huge.
Yeah.
As we've been here this week and we've been talking about this Vision 2030 and what this roadmap will look like for the Y moving forward, it means a lot that we've had such representation in this executive committee, and that people have, nominated themselves, put themselves forward, willing to step into those shoes, willing to take on, frankly, a huge responsibility in seeing this vision through. And so I think that in terms of this new executive committee, in terms of the work that they have ahead of them, we can't understate enough how big a burden it is. Yeah. But I think that these particular people will, undertake that responsibility and see the way forward. And so I think that's big.
That's amazing. We're making history, right?
Yeah, that's right, Mafe. Yeah. Hey, Sam, thank you so much for joining us, and not just for joining us, but for your contribution to making this wonderful organisation more diverse and inclusive.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Throwing to a video now from behind the scenes.
I'm Kerry Reilly, I'm from YMCA Scotland. And I'm Amanda Reid from YMCA Scotland. Hope you're having an amazing time watching World Council.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Mike Bromfield, the director of the online event. Do you want to tell us a bit about where we are right now?
Well, we think that this is just a huge moment for YMCA, and we wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into the massive amount of technology that goes on behind the scenes to put this whole thing on.
Truly so much goes into making this all happen, and this is kind of the epicenter of it all in the backstage area, right? So tell us a little bit about what is all going on here.
Where we are right now is the backstage of kind of all of the plenary content. So this venue is called the Store Sal. This is like our largest, this is where the opening ceremony happens, the closing ceremony will happen. But obviously behind the scenes, you'll see that there's probably about 40 screens, there's a load of desks with buttons and sliders, and when we actually go live, there's something like 15 to 20 people back here, all with their own functions. So that ranges from having translation, simultaneous translation back here, all the technology to make that happen, graphic mixing, so we can play videos, that we can have overlays on the screen so people know who exactly is speaking. Obviously, we also have remote speakers as well, so Ban Ki-moon's keynote. He obviously wasn't here with us. He was still in South Korea. So he was beamed in here. And every little part of that function requires another person, another screen, another set of cabling, just to bring everything together. Got to this point where we're like, we can't believe it's working.
How long ago did you guys start putting this all together?
I mean, World Council's been in the planning for 4.5 years, but this level of detail, probably the last 6 or 7 months in particular. I mean, for us, actually, the biggest takeaway we want for the online audience is that we're kind of all a YMCA family, and we just hope that you experience a seamless event, that things run smoothly, that everything happens when it should happen. Those things all happen, then we've all done our job.
So you guys just saw everything that goes on backstage to make those shows happen, but it is just as much of an operation to put together World Council Daily. What is kind of the process like, Mike, of putting together this show?
It starts early. Right now, as we film this, it's nearly 12 hours before we go live with the World Council Daily show. And it's this studio that you can see behind us that is where all the magic will happen when we actually go live. We've got a video editing team behind the scenes that are putting together all the video packages in incredibly tight time frames. We've got someone writing a script and putting together a running order, really to give that essence of what goes on behind the scenes, what has happened today. We don't want anyone to miss out. We don't want anyone to feel like I didn't experience World Council because I wasn't in Denmark. We want to be able to give that impression of I'm at home, I'm at work, I'm wherever I am in the world, and I still experience World Council daily. That technology, that infrastructure and that planning is not just replicated backstage for plenary content, but it's right here in the studio, it's in every one of our theatres for the engagement panels. The production crew itself, behind the scenes, you're talking about 80 people strong, just to make sure everything happens when it needs to happen and with all the right information.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for making this all a reality for those watching online. Thank you.
Whoa, wasn't that cool, Olly?
Yeah, Mafe, extremely cool to see what's going on behind the scenes. There are so many people, Mafe, who are doing a lot that we don't actually see to make this an incredible experience for our in-person delegation and our online delegation too.
Yes, there is a lot of people putting everything, just like a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy and amazing.
We're thrilled to have Lara joining us. Lara, thank you so much for being with us. Lara, you're a member of the production team. Can you tell us a little bit about your role?
So, as you said, I work with the production team. I'm like a volunteer there, so I don't do that professionally. So I don't have that big of a role, but I'm responsible for the presentation. So the things you see on the screen, I put that in our program first, and then when the event is going, I wait for cues and then put that on. So kind of that stuff.
Oh wow! So can you tell us a little bit how do you get involved with the YMCA and with this kind of roles?
So I volunteered at the YMCA 175, so the anniversary event also, and I was also at the main stage team, and I got introduced to the production team, and I did some small stuff there, so like countdowns for the speakers and the lyrics for the devotion songs and stuff. And now I'm doing a bit more than that, so also putting it together beforehand and actually putting it on screen. So not actually on screen because that is the job of another person, but
Lara, from Mafe and I's perspective, it's pretty crazy when you see how much work goes on behind the scenes. I have to ask, is it fun? Are you having lots of fun?
Oh, I do. So,
Lara, I can hear the production team laughing. I think everyone's having a lot of. What's so fun?
I don't know. I just enjoy that kind of work, I guess. So, you have to be present all the time and watch what's going on and read the script, what's coming next, and I like that.
And it sounds like you have to be a bit detailed as well, have an eye for detail.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You have to wait for some cues for special things the speakers say, or something like that.
Oh, Lara, so thank you so much for doing your job. It's just amazing. And also, you deserve to have fun, I know, because this is a really, really important job. And thank you so much for being here. It was so cool to have you here. So we have a video right now.
Yeah. Thanks, Lara.
Hello, I'm Mario from YMCA Salerno in Italy.
Hey, I'm Kojin. I'm from Australia.
And we are enjoying the World Council, and we are swapping a lot of pins.
Shout out to all the pin collectors around the YMCA.
Hi everyone, I'm joined by Soheila, the president-elect of the World YMCA. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So just one question for you about the CoLabs Vision 2030. It's all coming into shape this week. Could you explain a bit about Vision 2030 and the importance of CoLabs in helping us make it a reality?
Absolutely. So Vision 2030 is for us the way forward towards I don't know if you were aware, but we were trying to create a roadmap for ourselves to get to our 200th anniversary in 2044. And then COVID happened, and we realized that we actually needed to make our goal a little bit more immediate. And we started consulting with all the YMCAs around the world, and especially the youth voices that had already told us about their area of interest. And we came up together as a family with Vision 2030 that has these 4 pillars. Now, these pillars are wonderful and they are the basic idea, but they need to have some, if you want, meat around them. And the CoLabs do exactly that. They give voice to all the participants from different parts of the world, online, in person, to have their voices and their input heard about how we implement these. And from here on, once we're done with the World Council, we have heard, everybody has been heard, and we put all of this to the national movements to implement. Of course, it will be, that's where the journey will begin. I don't know if you were here yesterday for Ban Ki-moon's keynote speech, but he is the person that started the SDGs in 2015. And when he started that vision, nobody could understand, but how do you go about doing this? It took time, but now we see it has made a real difference in the world. So I believe our vision is the same. Immediately, it will be like, oh my God, how will we do it? And each community, each YMCA will adapt it to their own needs. But after a few years, we will see that it would have done a wonderful result. You know, they always say change is difficult at the beginning, messy in the middle, and beautiful at the end.
That's incredible. Thank you so much, Soheila. Hi, everyone. Today, thousands of people around the globe are participating in discussion groups called CoLabs to determine the best ways to bring Vision 2030 to life. We spoke to a few people here in Denmark to gain insights on what this process has been like so far.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm from YMCA England and Wales.
So you just got out of the CoLabs. What was that experience like for you?
Oh, very cool. So ours was sustainable entrepreneurship and opportunities for young people. So lots of us in little circles talking about what opportunities currently look like, maybe in our nations, maybe in our YMCAs, maybe in our professional work, and kind of how we can put our heads together, process together, unpack these things, share ideas, and maybe come up with some really creative solutions on a small scale or even on a bigger scale to kind of take back, empower us with, and yeah, begin to support our young people. I've only been in there a little while, but a big takeaway was just thinking broader than just my own experience of what maybe youth employment is like in the UK, or even in my region, for example, and just hearing other people's experiences. You know, what is it like for youth employment in Africa, and how does the central system of government affect that? So I love the idea that, you know, it's thinking so much above me and what I know, and just keeping my mind open to just learn.
Hi, I'm Ruhi from YMCA Canada.
What was your experience like in the CoLabs?
CoLabs are wonderful. They're a great opportunity to meet other people, hear about the challenges that are happening in different Ys, and all of the wonderful solutions that people are working really hard on to make their communities better.
What was the general focus for your CoLab?
First, we got to know each other, which was a lot of fun, and now we're diving into solutions around employment issues and entrepreneurship and upskilling for young people in particular. It's been really interesting to see that we're struggling with a lot of the same issues across the world, and so every continent is seeing really different kind of context, but at the heart of it, there's similar issues, and so being able to come together and solve problems together is really, really important, and I think will get us a lot farther.
Yeah, my name is Kevin. I'm from the Y Australia. I've had tons of fun. I'm facilitating a collab on inclusive spaces under the theme of Just World. Great experience thus far. We have taken a systems thinking approach to how we're handling this. We find that as Ys, we tend to work in silos, and obviously as a systematic organization, we're trying to be a convener for all the other Ys to come together, share information, and succeed. There's a quote we have in our group which says something along the lines of, if you want to go fast, you go as an individual. If you want to go far, you go as a group. And our job is to bring together all the Ys and work as a group to get further, even though we're a little slower. So yeah, fun so far, very systematic, trying to find ways of working that benefit everyone and are also localized to different areas of the world.
Whoa. Mafe, today was powerful, wasn't it?
I know, and days are so long, so there's so many things going on, actually.
It's fantastic.
I know.
Speaking of amazing things, Mafe, we are so lucky to have Kerry from YMCA Scotland joining us. Kerry, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's been great.
Well, it's great to have you here. I guess in the first instance, how are you enjoying World Council?
I'm really enjoying it. It's busy. There's lots going on. Do you know what? It's just great to see everybody again. It's been so long since we've been able to get together. So yeah, it's been really good.
That's great, Kerry. Can you tell us a little bit about your role in the World Council?
Yeah, so I've been on the implementation team. I've been responsible for putting together the engagement panels. We had 3 of them yesterday, 3 of them today, really highlighting some of the great work that's going on around YMCAs around the world, aligned to the pillars, and also bringing in some great external keynote speakers. And then I've also been involved with the collabs, which got started today, which really is kind of the heart of the meat of World Council.
Of course, that's amazing. Congratulations. Like I've been working with you, like not that close, but in some ways. So it's amazing to have you here, and I really admire your job. Just amazing.
Well,
yeah.
Well, Kerry, I just met you, and I also admire you.
You sure?
Look, Kerry, one of the cool things about the job that Mafe and I have got is we get to hear about what everyone's doing in the world. I mean, I wonder for the online delegation who are watching, can you tell us a little bit about YMCA Scotland, what you do, what you're proud of?
Yeah, so we're a small movement. We have 28 local YMCAs, but some of them are tiny, still completely voluntary run. We have a real focus on youth work. 80% of our YMCAs are in the top 10 areas of deprivation in Scotland. And I guess the thing I'm proudest about is that we're an early adopter, because we have already aligned our strategy to Vision 2030. We've just agreed a new strategy. We've adopted the pillars, and we've mapped them against the Scottish Government's performance framework. And so, yeah, we're really excited to take that forward.
Wow, that's a big step.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that.
It is. It's huge. Kerry, in terms of a smaller association, what does it mean for YMCA Scotland to be represented here at World Council?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's the opportunity to meet colleagues, to particularly for small local YMCAs, to feel that they're part of something bigger. We've got a delegation of 19 here. Most of them are from our local YMCAs, and just that sense of being part of that global movement. And it's an inspiration, isn't it, for when you go back and the daily struggles or the daily challenges of what you're facing in your local YMCA. So that's what's really important.
Is that why the collab sessions are so important?
Absolutely, because the collabs are about, I mean, as I said, we've already adopted the strategy, but then it's about the activation, isn't it? It's about how we actually make Vision 2030 a reality, and the collabs are just about sharing, listening to each other, and then co-creating new solutions, new ideas, using design thinking, which is new for a lot of us, and a great opportunity for people to take inspiration from each other and from external organizations as well.
That's amazing, Kerry. Like, yeah, I don't have words to express, it's just, yeah, because everyone is just putting so much effort in this and just acting and yes, reunite, I think, like for the first time in the YMCA and to see the same vision go forward for that. And it's amazing. So thank you so much for being here. It was really, really a pleasure. Right now we're going to see some Danish musical stuff. Yeah.
Thanks, Kerry.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Maria.
And I'm Anna.
And we're from Norway. And we hope that you'll enjoy World Council.
Mafe, there have been so many cool things about this week, but one of them has been the music.
I know, it's just so different to hear, to listen like different music, you know, and around like this mood of World Council.
Absolutely. I mean, even where we're filming World Council Daily, last night during the production, there was a jazz band out in the lobby. Everyone was loving it, having a little dance, feeling the vibe. It's terrific.
It's amazing. I love music. Do you?
Do you? I love it. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, me neither.
But are you going to be seeing the Danish choir today?
Yes, I've heard that it's going to be amazing. We can't miss it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be listening for those angelic voices. I won't be one of those angelic voices.
I want to.
Hello everybody and welcome to World Council Daily Quizmaster edition. I am your Quizmaster, Quizmaster Mike. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Well, we have a little. We thought we'd surprise you with a little something. After your tandem bike ride yesterday, we thought, well, maybe we'll bring a bit of a British TV show that we like called Taskmaster to World Council Daily. So I've given you both a pen each, got a piece of paper each, and I've got a few questions, and we're going to see who wins out of Olly versus Mafe.
Okay.
The questions should be relatively straightforward, and I know that we have given them absolutely no preparation on this, so they have no idea what the questions are, so I'm sure it will all go fine. So let's see how we get on. So your first question, okay, so write this the answer down. In what year was YMCA founded? So hopefully a relatively easy one to kick you off.
I think
Olly, I saw that. Was there a bit of cheating going on?
Let's see your answers. Correct. 1844. So you both get points.
Thank you.
Okay. Second question.
Okay.
How do you say thank you in Danish? How do you say thank you in Danish? We've now spent a few days here. Either you've been very polite and been saying thank you a lot to our lovely Danish host team, or you just haven't.
I think I know this one.
Okay, let's see. Tak. We'll give you tak. We'll give you tak. Well done. 1 point each.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
This one may be a little bit harder.
Okay.
What was written in 1855? What document was written in 1855?
I don't think it was the Communist Manifesto.
No, I did think it was a bit early. It's YMCA. They are YMCA questions.
Oh, yes.
So if there's a bit of a clue there for you.
Oh, what a clue!
It's very important to the global movement. It's a document that starts us all off.
Okay.
Can I write it in Spanish?
You can write it in Spanish. Absolutely, yeah. And then when you translate it back, you can just tell me it was the right answer, can't you?
No, I don't know in English.
Okay. Let's see those answers then.
Is it the Global Constitution?
Incorrect. Mafe gets a point. The Paris Basis. So
now we're
Mafe
talking.
jumps into
Now I
the
like
lead.
it.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to have to write relatively quickly, and feel free to write in Spanish. What are the 4 pillars of Vision 2030? Here we go. We've been saying them a lot. Collabs. If you want to use initials for it, that's absolutely fine. I had to write them down myself just in case I forgot. When you are ready.
Okay, I've done initialisms. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, no! That's not fine.
That's fine. If you... Let's have a look. Show me yours.
A community wellbeing.
Wait.
Hang on. Let me see them. So, okay. Yep. So we've got full marks for you, Ollie.
Thank
well
you,
done.
Mike.
So there's definitely a point there. Are you going to go level?
I forgot one.
You forgot one? No.
Yes.
That's going to be embarrassing when you see Carlos tomorrow.
Yes. And you know what? I was part of the North Star group.
You actually started Vision 2030.
I mean, I didn't start it.
What have you got?
So community well-being, meaningful work, sustainability.
And a just world.
Oh, shit.
Mike, does that tie us up? Are we even?
It does. It means we got level. So here we go. We'll go for maybe a more difficult one and see who wins. Right. How many United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are there? How many UN SDGs are there? This is your last question. And we'll go with whoever gets closest. If you're both wrong, we'll go with whoever's the closest.
Okay, I have my guess.
Okay, you have your guess. Hang on. We could have done with some like tension music to like really.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got 21 and 24. Can we have a drum roll, please, from the audience? Here we go. The winner of the first ever Well Council Daily Quizmaster, because she was closest, is Mafe. There are 17 SDGs. Mafe wins. Oh, we've lost Ollie. And that's all we've got time for today. So you'll have a prize, apparently, according to the auto cue. Until next time, see you there.
That was...
Hey guys, so this evening the engagement panels are continuing and we're going to catch up with a few people to see how they've been going.
My name is Kyle Kane. I come from the United States, but I'm here working with the World YMCA.
Okay, so Kyle, you were just in an engagement panel. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience? What was it like?
Yeah, so they were discussing digital equity and its importance around the globe. We see ourselves entering this kind of fourth industrial revolution that largely surrounds the online world. And many have been left in kind of the wake of this tsunami where they're unable to access the proper tools and equipment to be able to catch up. A lot of companies are moving very important services online. Job listings are becoming more and more, online opportunities. They just talked about how 1 in 10 jobs in Scotland don't require any sort of digital literacy. That's kind of that's alarming because so many people, especially from minorities, people who are older, even people that are younger that just again can't afford the proper equipment are left in the dust of what's happening.
Was there any next steps that resonated with you on how we can go from here to make improvements on those issues?
Yeah, so HP has this program where they are providing free and accessible kind of digital literacy programs where you can create an account. It takes about a minute, and you can learn what you need on how to access the internet, how you can use the internet, and how powerful of a tool it can be. And so many YMCAs across the country, or across the world, 77 of them, I believe, are using this program to help support kids and minorities. In East Jerusalem, they've set up centers where kids can come in, and those who can't afford it can use the internet for free. Those who can, it's about $10 a month. And they can use the computers and the internet access in order to help themselves in their classes. And so he said that some students had graduated high school and they came back and brought some chocolates, and kind of immediately they went back to work using the computers. And it's just great to see that the YMCA is able to provide services such as that for so many people around the globe.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kyle.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, so I'm Craig. I'm from a YMCA in Ballarat, which is in Australia. I attended the Digital Equity Forum this afternoon, and my key takeaways were, to use the analogy, it's not just providing everyone with a set of shoes, it's finding everyone with a set of shoes that fit them as well and their needs, and it's making sure that everyone has access to the online tools that they need moving forward. And the YMCA's responsibility is to ensure that we're providing that to youth across the world.
My name is Ariel Wilkerson. I'm with the YMCA Metropolitan Detroit in the YUSA.
Awesome. So you just got out of an engagement panel. What was the overall topic and what was discussed that stood out to you?
Yeah, we discussed peace building, and I think the biggest thing is making sure that we understand the conflicts that surround us in our communities, and then not only just in our local communities, but globally, and taking that bite by bite, whether with a pinch of salt, as the keynote said, and making something more tasteful, and solving an issue, or a pinch of yeast and letting something rise to solve a problem, or just a spark. It only takes one small step to make a change, and we each have that capacity to do so within our own right. But we have to do it collectively and also look at generational traumas that occur.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Day 3 of World Council, and today was an absolute cracker. We had the emergence of the engagement panels, which were absolutely terrific, and we're so thrilled to have Jan and Rodrigo joining us. Gents, thank you so much.
Hello.
Rodrigo, I might start with you. You were on an engagement panel today. You're also from YMCA Peru. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your day today?
Yes, absolutely. I was participating in the engagement panel about climate actions. Since I'm a volunteer in Peru, I lead a project. We are turning plastic waste into sanitary infrastructure for people without proper access to water and sanitation. I know it's a long explanation, but it is an interesting project, and we were discussing today about that.
That's great. Rodrigo, can you tell us a little bit how did you get involved in the YMCA?
Sure, I got involved in 2017. I started on the leadership program, and then I was pulled into a group of young, brilliant minds that are shaping these youth-led solutions. And we have earned already 3 grants to move forward on these solutions and implement them in our country.
It's so cool, Rodrigo. I was fortunate to be in your engagement panel today, and I have to say, you facilitated it just tremendously. You were eloquent and insightful. What is so important about a sustainable planet from a YMCA perspective?
It's important because we live in one Earth, and it's urgent because the time is running out. And we, as a YMCA, need to first cut our emissions, of course, but also be a platform for young people and intergenerational people, actually, to create solutions for such an urgent planet, such an urgent problem occurring in our planet. So I always reflect on how climate change is not actually a problem for the Earth, it's a problem for us. So we are going to die if we don't do anything about it.
That's true. And in the YMCA, you know, we love to co-create with other people, with partners that are outside. So that's why we have John, right? Yeah. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, John, please?
Well, I got in contact with the YMCA 3.5 years ago. I'm a strategy consultant, rather dealing with corporations, larger companies, and providing my service on any kind of strategic advices, how they need to set up in the future, how to positioning themselves. And then I came in contact with Carlos, and then we got in frequent contact discussing the strategy, the Vision 2030, and what the outside world can bring to the YMCA, to the movement, what we can learn from the corporations, but also what corporations can learn from the movement. So it was kind of an exchange over time. And now, like a couple of weeks, he asked me if I can be part of that here as well. And I think it's quite an honor to be here as well.
It's an honor to have you, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, Mafe. Yeah, we're so pleased to have you here. I wonder if, in broad terms, you could just explain, in your view, why is strategy so important to change the world?
I mean, strategy is kind of a broad word. I mean, it could be everything. It could be vision, mission, and you have all these words out there. I think in the end, it comes all to having a purpose, what you're striving for. And the strategy is kind of the way how to get from A to B. So what are the things that you need to prioritize? What are the things you need to do? And that's why it's important, because you have limited resources, you have limited time, you have limited energy. And you need to spend that well to really achieve what you are looking for and what you want to do. So I think it's important to have a strategy in place just to make sure that you reach your purpose.
Yeah. How do you feel this new Vision 2030 for the YMCA is a strategic decision for us?
Well, I think it kind of encapsulates all the different topics that you should face as a movement, as a world movement. So it's broad enough to fit in all the issues that you have and the challenges you see and the SDG goals, but it's also clear enough to make sure that each individual community can come up with its own priorities and make sure that they can deliver against these goals and these prior pillars. So I think it helps to bring it all together. And that's why I think it's important to have these 4 pillars here.
Wow. Rodrigo, Jan, thank you so much for your time today, but also thank you for your contribution that you're making to a bold new strategy for YMCA 2030. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm from the World YMCA in Switzerland, and I'm hoping everybody's having a great World Council.
Well, Mafe, I can't believe we're almost at the end of another World Council Daily, almost at the end of day 3 of the World Council.
It is just crazy how time flies, you know?
Yeah, Mafe, it's nuts. Very shortly, the collabs for Track 1 will meet online for the 2nd time, and then there's a Spanish mindfulness moment with Sebas. Tomorrow is packed full of more online content for the delegates for a truly integrated program. I think there's Pilates with Lauren as well, which is part of the online.
Wow, yes, you should go to these activities. It is a really way to just meet people and have fun.
Totally.
Yep.
Engagement sessions, Q&A, youth-led solutions, it's all happening, devotions, it's a big day. But that's all from us today, Mafe. It's gone so quickly.
Yes, please don't forget your photo booth. Yes, photos are so important, yes.
So from Mafe and Olly, thank you so much for joining us for the World Council Daily. We've loved it, and we'll be back tomorrow, Mafe.
Yes, at the same time and same channel.